Hey there viewers, welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. That's a 2016 Jeep Compass. It's got the big 2.4. It's from another shop. Has a parasitic draw. Kills the battery overnight once in a while, allegedly. So, I'll read what I have here. Checked vehicle for parasitic draw. Tech let vehicle sit overnight and it started fine the next day. Tech brought vehicle in the shop and measured the current leaving the battery. Current draw was 22 milliamps. This is well below spec. Tech then drove the vehicle to fully warm it up, brought it back into the shop, and the current draw was still 22 milliamps. We are unable to recreate the customer complaint at this time. 1.5 hour labor charge. That was my bill from this morning. Guess what? It's acting up now because I did that, exactly what I wrote on there. The shop that brought it here said it sat at their shop for 3 days. They started it every single day, it was fine, but as soon as they give it back to the customer, it'll be dead before the guy gets out of work. Of course, new battery has already been installed. So I did check it for him and I just told him, as I wrote there, the problem must be intermittent. However, I parked it outside, it sat out there, that was at like 9 o'clock this morning. Mrs. O went uptown around 1 o'clock for something, up to the plaza, I call it, aka the Dollar General, and she come back and said, hey, you left the lights on in that Jeep out there. And I said, what Jeep? And she told me, I said, no, I didn't. I remember shutting them off from auto to off. And I go out there and sure as heck, the fog lights are on. Haha, so I think this is what's going on with this guy. So I had it parked outside, I brought it inside, or I pulled it up because I had bays full at that point, so that's all what I left it outside. I went out and threw a charger on it just to maintain it because whatever's broken right now, I don't want it to unbreak, okay? And then we can go inside here and we can see, you know, that the headlights are turned off because that's how you turn the fog lights on and off by pulling out on that. So they are turned off, but the normal headlights, you know, they work just fine, high beam, low beam, and then we shut them off and then everything's turned off. Okay, 81K on it. They'll shut off. Good job being observant, Miss O. We were just talking about you.
Saved you.
Boom, you saved us.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why we need you.
Yeah.
And a couple other reasons. Anyhow, that's that. So let's figure out what it takes to turn those on and see, maybe it's just in the tipping. When this came in, you know, the lid was off, everything kind of looked like it did. Here, some stuff, I found a wrench under the hood, 12 millimeter. Somebody's been meddling with the fuse box there. So let me look this up, see what we can figure out. So here we have the TIPM, here we have the power distribution center, fog lamp relay. So it looks like, hopefully not a printed circuit board relay. I think that power distribution center, I think that's that fuse box they've been meddling with down there. So we have the relay control, that comes out of the TIPM, that goes down around over here and then up, that's what turns the relay on. Okay, it has a 37 amp fuse. That's the ground, so the control side is power switched. So if the TIPM's staying alive, just yanking a relay out isn't really gonna fix it. Of course, then it goes down to the front fog lights. So let's find, I guess for grins and giggles, let's find this relay, see if it's being commanded on or if things just stuck on. If it's being commanded on, then we're in trouble. Okay, let me find this power distribution center. I do believe, and I could be wrong, I've been wrong a time or two, as many of you know. I do believe it's that guy right there. Oh boy. It looks like we got some fancy wearing down there. We see the black tape. Tell you what, let's just go like this. I'm gonna stick my hand down in there. Ouch. I'm wiggling. Just giving this a couple of flickeroos. Okay, they didn't turn off. Oh, I got one relay, it's hotter than hell. Not hot as hell, that would be way hotter, but this one here is smoldering hot. Let me set you down. I assume that's gonna be the one, just because it's the hot one. Can you see that the light's on? Yep, there's not room for both of us in here, boys. hardly room for me. Tell you what, let's put a lid on it. Came in, the lid was off. Well, we'll just leave it off for a second. I'm gonna pull out the relay that's hot. Ooh, guess what? The lights just went out. The lights just went out. This relay is smoking hot. Yowza. Let's pull out another relay. Ouch, you fucker. Come on, man. I'm gonna stick it in that relay hole. Oh look, the lights didn't turn on. All I did is swap relays. Put this one back to where I found it. Could be a bad relay. Let's just see. Oh, we got frickin' blood now, boys. Let's stick this back in there, see if the lights turn back on. Nope, the lights are off now. Son of a biscuit. So that tells us that probably we're commanded on. That sucks, because by removing, that's why I didn't want to remove the, battery cable or anything like that, or have the battery go dead. Just a minute here, I see a lot of green stuff. That could be from the old battery terminals. I'm gonna poke around here. It looks like there's some green stuff on this wire. False alarm, must be from the old battery terminals. However, I turn the fog lights on and then back off, and look, they're on again. So let's see if we can duplicate this. Let's pull that relay out again. Okay, the relay just clicked. I heard it click off. All right, I'm gonna turn the fog lights on and off again. Okay, I turned them on, shut them back off. They've remained on. Okay, let's do this. I don't know if this relay is remaining latched. So I'm gonna take this relay out. I'm gonna swap it with a different relay in that box. So it's gonna be the easiest thing to find out, you know, why is it staying latched? Let me make sure we have the same relay here. Yes, we do. Okay, so I'll make sure it's a 5-pin. I'm gonna stick that in there. Let me turn those fog lights on and off again. Okay, so they've remained on, so we know it's not a relay sticking. See, they're still on. Okay, so we've eliminated that. They seem to have control. How come it's remaining on though? Well, the good news is somebody has yanked this box right up where we can get to it. They've got the bottom tore off it. Lots of repairs and silicone and stuff down here. So, that makes our life way easier. Sometimes it's nice going after a different shop, because that's going to make our life way easier. So let's do this. Let's see if we're, see what was it? It was a power side control. Yeah, let's check this out. We got the test light. We're going to hook to battery negative. With our vice grips here, we'll get them clamped on there. You don't want that to fall over and hit the positive post. It would be a cool video. Chrysler, in their wisdom, has made the control wire and the output wires exactly the same. White, yellow, and white, yellow. Good job, Chrysler. Of course, one of these pins is a double donger, white and yellow double donger, and that's what this one is, so that it's the output. All right, so I'm gonna go. I know you guys can't see, but trust me when I tell you, I'm going in on the control wire, the white and yellow control wire, and it is lit up. Get lit. Okay, get lit. That's like Lewis lit there on the, you know, suits. Get lit. You're about to get lit up. So that's lit up. That is the control wire. That is telling the relay, turn on. We want some fog light action. That's an output from the TIPM. Yes, white with yellow. That is a fog lamp relay control. That is an output from the TIPM. So what we need to do now is remove the relay. And then I assume once the relay is removed, that wire goes open circuited or quits commanding. So the relay is removed. I will probe back into that wire again. White with yellow. It is no longer active. Okay, let me go leave relay out. I'm gonna go turn the fog lights on. I don't know if it kills that circuit when the relay is missing. So I have the fog lights turned on right now. Oh, wait a minute. What the world? The fog lights are actually working now with that relay. This relay is right here in my hand. You know what they did? You know what they did? They frigged up. They got their wires crossed because all the wires are white with the. I'm going to show you what they did. They got the control wire hooked to a fog light output when they redid this box. Because I bet you right now, dollars to donuts, if I probe. Oh no, there we go. So that is the control. Relay's gone, folks. Fog lights are turned on. Okay, let me shut the fog lights off. Watch this. That test light's gonna turn off. On, off. That's a hell of a good TIPM. I'll tell you that right now. Because what they're feeding, let me show you. This has to be it. It's the only working theory that we have. They screwed up. Let me show you. So you can look here, so this white with yellow, the two outputs are white with yellow. These go to the fog lights. This is the power side control for this relay. They have down here, wherever they cut this harness to wire this in, they've got them mixed up. They've got the white with yellows mixed up here, which, like I say, that's really good for the TIPM, because that TIPM is usually only controlling this low current circuit of this relay. But it must be able to put out enough current to run the fog lights. Woo, that ain't good. So that's kind of crazy. So they must have these mixed up. So because the relay's out, by all means, turning on that switch should do nothing. It should make this terminal hot, and these two should be dead because these are the outputs of the relay. But clearly they have this mixed up. So that's interesting. So what happened is on my test drive, because they were stating that when the customer drives it to work, you know, it told me where he works at night. So when I drove it, I intentionally turned on the headlights, had the heater on, you know, anything I think a customer would normally do. So it must be when I walked away from the vehicle and locked it and shut the lights off, I never did a look back to see that the fog lights were still on. Son of a biscuit. That's funny. So let's go have a look. Yeah, somewhere, wherever they made all their splices, let me, I see some white and yellows outside the harness. Now that I'm looking here. Oh yeah, there's some, they should be different gauges though. I can't, yeah, they are. They're different gauges. The two that run the lights are obviously way heavier. Yeah, they got a big old... Tell what they got. Let me poke around here and see what they got going on, see if I can just see it from right here. So I checked with the other shop there to see. All joint's pretty loose. To see if they wanted me to fix it or if they wanted to take it back and fix it. They told me get after it. Let them know my thoughts and my theory. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it today or not. Gotta go to the dentist. So we only got about a half an hour. got a zip tie. Oh good, it's missing all the bolts. Looks like, oh, it's your classic double donger zip tie. We have one fastener there and one there, so that makes it easy. It's missing everything. Well, it's a good thing we made a few checks on it, man. Seeing what I see, I would just make the call and say, hey, you need a new tip-em. I guess this is why we do evidence-based diagnostics, right? Or facts-based, or whatever. Whatever. Come on, little fella. Ooh, a big long one. I doubt those are the OEM, but... Well, good morning there, sunshine. Get this right out of our way. Glad it was missing most all the fasteners there. That always makes it wicked easy. If I can't get that to stay, you stay right there. We got a flashlight. He said he let there be light, and he saw the light. And we say it's good. Okay, what the world? What the world? Okay, so here's the wire we were probing. This is the yellow and white control wire. Get under control, man. Let's remove some of the Harbor Freight tape. Let's see what the world we have going on here. We have some more tape here. Quite the little rigmarole. Quite the rigmarole, he says. All right, there's our... Oh, really? Look at that. What the world? Look what this mother lover did. This is what he did. Why in the world would you do that, old son? He's got this wire. He did exactly what we said. Just like we hypothesized. This is called the blind look away unpluggy. Got it? And then this is for the horn. We're gonna leave plugged in. He spliced into the fog light wire. Pretty creative. Not really. But he's made a splice up here. Let's find out why. Let's find out what the why is here. We know the control side of the tip-em works, so there's no reason to do any kind of funny business. But what he did, and I say he, what the frig do you do that for, fella? Let's get a pair of cutters and just fix this mess. Well, we'll kind of fix it. We're not gonna fix it. It needs more fixing. So what you need to do, he's got the control wire tapped here. So we need to go, we're gonna leave a little pigtail on that. We need to snippy there. We need to snippy there. So now as shitty as it looks, our fog light is back to the way it should be. We waffle it up. I left them long so we don't have to redo any of this mess. It's already a mess. And now the control wire, oh look, there's the lid for the box. Oh look, there's a receipt of something. Oh, some primer instructions, must be for the bumper cover. And now the control wire, which he has spliced right here, is just going to the control. In theory, I don't know what that was done like it was done, but in theory now, if everything works, it should work. So let's plug this back in now that we've cut the splice off from it. Let's put our relay back into it. And like I say, but I mean, this thing's full of silicone and ay. Let's leave sleeping dogs lie here. It's disappointing. Come on, relay. Fog lights are not on. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. I don't understand it. Why, fella? Why? So why do you think that was done? I am really trying to work it out in my head, like why that was done like that. Because this was clearly intentional. I mean, obviously it was intentional. Liquid electrical tape gooped all over everything. This one's already cut too short. Well, so like I say, that's just the control wire and it's a fog light, but for some reason they tied the two together. Were you trying to friggin' test me or something? Ain't nobody got time for that business. Of course, this is all broke, so we can't put it back here where it belongs. It belongs up here, and then usually there's a cover that goes on the bottom and all that stuff. It's all MIA. This is the kind of stuff we deal with, folks. Got some extra tape there. Got the zip ties. Well, we're gonna go through and just kind of tidy it up. Get the harness taped back up, fix these wires. But I have to assume that's his parasitic drawl. I think what he was doing is he was driving to the work at nighttime, doing the third shift, as they like to say. Turning on his lights, and must be when he did the walkway, he didn't look back either. I guess that's what happens when you drive a Compass. You don't turn around and be like, dang, that's right. You just walk away. And that's it. So hopefully you guys understood this one. I'm not gonna bore you with the repair here. The repair is just gonna involve fixing these loose ends. I mean, it's already kind of a mess, right? We'll cut some of this junk out, just splice it up the right way and call it a day. And then I spritz a little fluid film, but like I say, they got some high temp silicone and stuff holding this together now, so we gotta be kind of cautious. I should have known that before yanking out relays for testing purposes. However, we took that one out, which that is on a non-silicone side. We've all been there, man. You guys have seen us, fix these relay boxes on these Compasses. I forgot that the fog light was down there though. So that was kind of fun, kind of a neat little mystery. So I'm gonna get this done. Thanks for coming along. Glad to have you here. Truly am. Insta, Facebook. Down there, comments. Let me know why you think that happened. I still can't wrap my head around it. And remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.